Hey, yo, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Action Jackson, man. In today's video, I'm going to bring you guys my preview of the Dallas Cowboys versus the Lions, man. So I'm going to be giving my ways of how we're going to beat the Lions also. So before we hop into the video, I appreciate if you guys would like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment, and share my video with anyone who you think might enjoy my content, man. So, man, let's hop into it, man. Let's go. So quick, before we go into the injury report, we know Dak Prescott is going to be back. And when going over the game, we're going to discuss what I think the Cowboys should do, even though that Dak is coming back. So let's go over the injury report. So we got news yesterday that Matt Let's Go. He had like a shoulder injury, and that's going to sideline him out for the rest of the year. So sad news for Matt Let's Go. That definitely would have been, we're already deep at tackle depth. And I'm probably going to have another video going over what the Cowboys should do, possibly when they get when they get Tyron Smith back towards December, January. But yeah, so Matt Willis is going to be out. But Quentin Bohanna, Neville Gallimore, Devin Harper, CeeDee Lamb, Jason Peters, Dak finally, and Dalton Schultz are all going to be able to play. DJ Chark, So for the Lions, DJ Chark, Ifeatu Melifonwu, Matt Nelson, Bobby Price, they're all going to be out. Also, Charles Harris, he's going to be out. Chris Board, John Kaminsky, Will Harris, Josh Reynolds, and DeAndre Swift, they're all going to be questionable. But I definitely know that DeAndre Swift is going to play. They definitely gave him the green light. Yes, he was on the injury report and was I'm pretty sure he had limited reps in practice. But we already heard news coming out of multiple sources, all throughout Lions community and people out there that don't even cover the Lions like that. They're saying DeAndre Swift is going to be ready and available for this game. So, and the people that are going to play for sure are Frank Ragnow, Taylor Decker, Amon-Ra St. Brown. And yeah, that's about it, man. So, right now, let's go over how ways I think we're going to beat the Detroit Lions, man. So let's go. So, my number one way of how we're going to beat the Detroit Lions is running the ball. I'm not going to switch up my philosophy just because Dak Prescott is back. I'm glad and I'm grateful that Cooper Rush did his thing over the 6 weeks that Dak was out, and he brought us to a 4-1 record when Cooper Rush was in the helm. But now Dak Prescott is back. I'm just not going to force him to throw the ball 35, 40 times. And if we force Dak Prescott to throw the ball 35, 40 times when we don't need to, that just lets you know all about Kellen Moore. And this would just fully expose him if he brings Dak Prescott back and he's forcing him to throw the ball, anywhere from 35 to 50 times in a game. That would be dumb for the Cowboys to do, especially knowing how bad the Detroit Lions defense is. And then once I go over what we should do other than running the ball offensively, I'm going to go over some Detroit Lions defensive stats. Another thing, I believe that we should utilize Dak Prescott's legs, like play actions, that includes in the rollouts, RPOs. We're able to do that, especially since Dak isn't afraid to keep the ball and run and slide and things like that. And QB powers from time to time. If we need to get a goal line, get a goal line touchdown, I don't mind Dak getting in the shotgun, snapping the ball. He runs, he jumps over the pile line, or we just do a QB sneak or read option, anything like that. But like I said, the QB powers, those are occasional things. We don't have a quarterback like that where we're going to be able to utilize his legs like that. We're like how Lamar, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts do, where they at least get 10 touches on the ground. And offensively, don't turn the ball over. Don't make any dumb penalties. Keep our hands to ourselves. No holding penalties. No blocking the backs. None of that bull crap that's going to put us in bad situations, especially for our defense or even for us offensively. We don't want to be on a 3rd and short. We get a 10-yard gain and they need to call back for holding. Now instead of that first down, now it's going to be a 3rd and 11. Now you're forced to throw the ball when you don't have to. So don't, easy out on the penalties and things like that. So like I said, I'm going to go over some of the Detroit Lions defensive stats. The Detroit Lions offensively, they are by points, they are the top offense in the league. Now you look at a bunch of those teams that they played. They played Philadelphia week one. A lot of teams are a lot of them are rusty week one. They played the Washington Commanders. They played Minnesota, and they played the Patriots, and then they also played Seattle. So Seattle was a shootout. They got shut out by the Patriots, but all the other games there were, they were shootouts. They were back and forth games, and then not really back and forth because a lot of teams, what they do is they get up on Detroit. They're always down in these games. They're always getting blown out by like halftime. Some teams will be up like 3 or 4 possessions on the Lions, and then the Lions make it very, very competitive in the second half. They have like an explosive third quarter. Then in the fourth quarter, the team will wake up and they're like, okay, this team's trying to fight back. They put up more points, and then Lions, you just keep trying to fight, and that's one thing with Dan Campbell's teams. They always fight to the bitter end. But yeah. So if you look at right now, shout out to FT, Football League Stats page. Make sure you guys go check them out on Instagram. But you look at the Lions; they're dead last when it comes to rushing yards. And you look at Dallas in the past weeks when they had rushing, we've been able to run the ball really, really well. Even in Tampa, I felt like we were running the ball effectively, but just that we were getting down that game. They just, Bucks just kicked a lot of field goals, but, Dallas was only able to score 3, so that was forcing Dallas to throw the ball when they didn't necessarily have to. But you look at Lions, they're allowing almost 200 yards a game. And you look at last week, we did 134 rushing yards against the Eagles. We did about 200 close to the Rams. We did the same thing with the Giants game, and then Washington. We were still able to get. We didn't run the ball that well effectively, but we were still able to run the ball against Washington. So we were able to run on all of our teams. So like I said, they rank dead last when it comes to stopping the run. They rank 25th in the league when it comes to passing. But like I said, I'm not expecting Dak Prescott to come out here and throw for like 800 yards or 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. This isn't the game. This is the game that you bring him back, you ramp him up. He gets in. We run the ball. We establish the run. We get him a few easy throws. He's still at CeeDee Lamb. A lot of people have emerged as well. So you're going to have your tight end crew. Dak is getting one of his favorite targets back with Dalton Schultz. Then you have the emergence of these 2 young tight ends in Dalton and Jake Ferguson and Peyton Hendershot. Then you still have CeeDee Lamb, who's really, really solid. Then you're going to have Michael Gallup, another piece of Dak's favorite target. He loves throwing the ball to him as well. 50-50 chances. He loves giving Michael Gallup a chance, as he does with all his other targets. Then you have, Noah Brown stepping up, and then I'm pretty sure they're going to activate Jalen Tolbert. Then you still have Tony Pollard, who's available in the pass game. So now defensively, we got to stop the run. Like I said, Detroit's they're top 5, top 10 in all offensive categories. Their offense doesn't really scare me because they haven't played a defense like this. Bill Belichick, he's always gonna have a solid defense no matter what year it is, no matter what the Patriots team look like. He's always gonna have a solid defense. And ever since that Super Bowl in 2019, 2018, when he played the Rams in the Super Bowl, Bill Belichick's always gonna have Jared Goff's number. So does Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, he also played Jared Goff a bunch of times, and Dan Quinn always has success against Jared Goff. Jared Goff has a lot of potent tendencies. It stands out what his tendencies are. Once you put pressure in his face, and he plays in cold weather, so that's one off. He's not playing in cold weather, but another thing that we will provide pressure on Jared Goff. But like I said, stop the run. That's one thing that Jared Goff does really well, and that is off the play action. So stop the run, force them to be a one-dimensional team. Like I always say week in and week out when I'm doing these analysis videos, you make a team one-dimensional, it'll be super easy to beat them. So stop the run, tackle well against DeAndre Swift. Like I said, he's really a solid back, explosive back. Stop the run, tackle well as well, because we weren't tackling that well last week against Philly. So we got a point of emphasis that we have to tackle well. Don't give up the big play to Amon-Ra St. Brown, T.J. Hawkinson, Jamal Williams, our backup running back. DeAndre Swift is another one as well. But don't give up the big plays to their key playmakers. Another playmaker that they also do have is, DJ Chark, but he's going to be out. Josh Reynolds plays to their playmakers. You know, that's going to give the Lions juice offensively. And like I said and I mentioned earlier, pressure Jared Goff. Don't give him any time to read the defense. Don't make him where he's comfortable and he's throwing easy completions and things like that. I want to play press man a lot on this team. We're able to do that. Although they have a lot of explosive guys, I believe we're able to shut them down. And we're just better. We're just a better overall team than the Lions, man. You are what your record says you are. You know, we're 4-2. They're 1 I believe 1-4, 1-5. They're 1-4 team. They're going to be 1-5, but this isn't a trap game. If anyone deems it as a trap game, they don't necessarily know what they're saying, because the Cowboys, they're already mad themselves that they lost to Philadelphia in the fashion they lost to them. And we already know that's a division rival. They feel hot. You've been whooping on them in the past, so it's finally good for them that they beat you. So I know that you're going to piss off Dallas team. Then there's a narrative that people are saying that Cooper Rush is somehow 1,000 times better than Dak Prescott. How Dak Prescott should ride the bench. They're saying a bunch of things about this team. So I feel like Dallas is going to come out with a determination to come out and just completely blow Detroit out the water, whether that's running the ball, being balanced, running the ball, and passing the ball. And we get to that, probably this might be the first time in the season where we hit 30 on the scoreboard. We're going to get like a defensive touchdown. I feel like we're going to get one of those in this game. We're going to run the ball effectively, especially knowing how bad the Lions defense is. It's going to be really fun watching this team, especially when they have Dak Prescott back and how well this defense has been playing. So, yeah, man. So just to go over my points again of how we're going to beat the Lions real quick to end off the video. We're going to run the ball. Just because Dak Prescott is back, don't act a fool. Don't try to make him throw the ball 40, 50 times when he doesn't need to. Utilize Dak's legs as well, like rollouts, / play actions, RPOs, and QB powers occasionally. Offensively, don't turn the ball over. No dumb penalties. Stop the run. Tackle well. Don't give the big plays to Amon-Ra St. Brown and TJ Hawkinson. Pressure Jared Goff, and don't give him any time to read the defense or pick apart our defense, which he won't be able to because our defense is legit. So, yeah, that's about it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay blessed, and have a nice day. Bye.